Let's go Tyler's back with my Wrestlepalooza review. The first pay-per-view on the ESPN app. And yeah, this was just a their kind of show. It was on September 20th, which is tonight. A Raw and SmackDown event at the Game the Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana, the same city that hosted this year's Royal Rumble. I don't know why. I'll tell you this right now. Wrestlepalooza was the name of the ECW that held in 95, 97, 98, and 2000. The 1998 tradition aired on pay-per-view, while the others were live events, specifically on across television in 2003. Yeah, we know. Yeah. Anyways, we start with the match we all thought was going to main event this pay-per-view, but luckily it did not. It was the first time since SummerSlam 2023 that Brock Lesnar had a match. He basically defeated John Cena in like 8 minutes of this. I mean, it was what it was, really. That's literally all I had to say about this. It was what it was. I mean, Cena does his raised heads, Lesnar did his raised heads. This wasn't as bad as the match with Randy Orton at Backlash. But honestly, you should have just not bothered with this. I would say, man, Indianapolis this year was not good for John Cena. Let's be fair here. He didn't win the Rumble in the city, and he's losing to Brock Lesnar in 8 minutes. Then afterwards, Brock Lesnar attacks the referee and John Cena. He had like a bunch of F5s in this match, and yeah. I'll be giving it a 3 out of 10, really. I mean, I feel like their Backlash 2003 match was better than most of their other matches later on, like Extreme Rules 2012. I know that's a controversial take, but still. But also we have Wade Barrett back on the commentary booth, thankfully, and Pat McAfee was here for like the first 3 matches. I thought he was gonna be around for throughout the whole event, but I guess not. Whatever. Um, then we get now. This was mostly a no holds barred match, really. LNA was the special guest referee. I don't know why. Braun Breaker and Braun Breaker defeats the Usos. This was actually a really fun match. The tag team was there with the Usos, but they hadn't teamed together. Well, also have a match on Raw earlier in the year, but still, yeah, Braun and Bronson won, which thankfully that happened. Um, and yeah, a good match, and there's that. So yeah, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. There's that. Anyways, then next up is for the vacated Women's World Championship because Naomi got pregnant during his reign, and that's why this happens. Stephanie Bakir defeated Io Sky to win the Women's World Championship. Honestly, this was a really good match, and I think before Naomi got pregnant, I think this was going to be the plan all along, but that didn't kind of happen. I say that, but still. But all I gotta say is, don't think about giving Rhea another world title run after this. Please keep her away from this. Still, 8 out of 10 will give it. Yeah. And then we get, honestly, the match in the night, and to be honest, should have been the main event. Also, I forgot to mention, thank God we got video packages before the matches nowadays. I mean, not Paycog is on ESPN, but still. CM Punk and AJ Lee defeat Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, and honestly, a 9 out of 10 match. AJ Lee made Becky tapped out, so I guess both these feuds are continuing on, and yeah, honestly, a 9 out of 10 for that, and they were doing a lot of like double pins and other stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it was the best match on the show, and that should have been the show ends. But well, before that, we have the Undertaker out here, okay? And we saw Stephanie McMahon there also in the crowd clapping on, and Undertaker announced the first class of the 2026 Hall of Fame would be Stephanie McMahon. Hey, well deserved, but why now on this pay-per-view? I was like, okay, that's kind of random, but still. Then we get the main event for the WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes defeats Drew McIntyre to retain the WWE Championship. I kind of don't expect Drew to win the title, and honestly, this match fell flat, really. As far as main event goes, this was just forgettable, really. And honestly, it felt like the main event of Survivor Series 2006 with King Booker and Batista. And yeah. I mean, I give it a 5 out of 10 to be generous because they kept. Cody did reverse the Claymore in front of the announcer's table, and he went through that side of the announcer table, shades of what happened on the SmackDown after SummerSlam, and yeah, Cody won, which is, again, who is he gonna fight on SmackDown now? That's my issue on this. So yeah, WrestlePalooza was alright. I mean, the middle 3 matches were great, but the opener and the main event, it kind of felt like I said, Survivor Series 2006. I mean, it was a good show besides the opener and the main event. A 6.5 out of 10 will get this event, really. And yeah, I'll see you Monday for my Raw review, and then Tuesday will be the Sting Moment of Truth movie review, and episode 96 will be Showdown, and then Thursday my secondary channel, subscribe for notification on that one. You will see WWE Unforgiven 2002 on there, and there's that. So, like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel, Club Vacation also, and there's that. Bye-bye.